All right, go for launch.
Check.
How you doing?
Joy truth. I'm not even gonna finish it.
Why?
I don't think I have to.
I need
I think
it.
I just start.
The whole audience just finished it for you.
Yes,
absolutely.
that's kind of like a thing.
What's happening?
Hi, we haven't been together for a little while.
Yes.
I brought you a gift.
Did you?
I waited till we were on the air to give it to you. I don't know if he knows this. I was shocked when I looked at the date. It's our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, 1 year.
Well, we're beyond it now because that was
August 16th.
August 16th,
Yeah.
the first episode ever of the Joe and Blasko Show, and we didn't even realize it was going to be a show. You were just interviewing me as a motivational speaker on that date, and then after we finished that, we said we could probably do a show together.
Yeah.
So
This is my longest relationship, so congratulations.
Thank you. I feel honored. I hope it's everything you dreamed of.
Everything. Yes, you are my dream.
Oh, I love to hear that. Okay, so let's talk. First of all, I mean, national news, hurricanes, Milton. I feel like Lake Milton's getting a big plug from this.
Yeah.
Just their whole...
Office Space Milton. None of us knew very many Miltons, but now
right
we do.
now it's crazy. So, do you have anyone affected by that? People, friends,
a couple
and family?
people had some vacation houses down there.
Same.
Everything looks to be okay. It wasn't as devastating as everybody had feared, but everybody was holding their breath. That's for sure.
I think Helena was worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Because they made this one seem like it was the apocalypse happening. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Same thing. I had a few friends with vacation homes, some friends with just homes down there, and minor damage. So I got to do the conspiracy theory side. So people get really angry when you suggest that maybe like somebody put a lasso around some storms and are able to control them and go after their enemies. And I love talking about this shit so much. So number one, do you think that we have the capabilities of controlling weather? No.
Go ahead.
I say no. I don't have any proof to back it. I just think to control weather, I know you have to change the certain things have to happen. The barometric pressure has to be a certain way, and this has to be a certain way, and this has to be a certain way for a hurricane even to happen. Now, not just rain. I'm saying like a devastating hurricane. I don't know. Well, the reason I say no is I don't know how it could possibly be done. Now, if you could say, well, this could be done, this could be done, this could be done, and then we could control the weather, then I might think differently.
Let me see.
I say no
you.
because I don't
let
know.
me see that. You'll see how that.
Okay.
That's a pun or funny thing.
Oh shit. Okay.
But anyway,
I like the see. Like okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily think that you can invent it from nothing, but
Okay.
you can increase the potential of something happening. So, for instance, you can't make someone rob your house, but you can
leave your door open all the time.
Leave it open, make it more inviting.
Put a $100 bill right there.
Yeah,
okay, entice them.
Entice it.
Okay.
So, like in areas where there isn't any rain, right? They can do some stuff atmospherically. They can dump some aluminum sulfide or aluminum, whatever, these ions into the atmosphere that add more energy and make it more, more likely that something happens.
Okay, so they can do that.
Yeah, so you live in a desert, there's not a bunch of rain, they put some stuff in the atmosphere, it collects moisture, and you get some rain, okay? It's not controlling it, it's just seeding and allowing it, inviting it in. I can see that. Now, technology, I think at this point, where let's just say a hurricane's showing up on Florida's door.
Okay.
And we can take some lasers and we can blast the crap out of it, break it up, make it implode. Like same thing on the other side, where what destroys a hurricane, we can make it more probable or likely from happening so the hurricane collapses, loses its energy, and spins off into whatever. I don't think we can conjure one up, and I don't think we can conjure it away, but I think we can
do things to influence it.
We can.
Okay. All right, I'll buy into that. I agree with that. Then I think... Well, it's not guaranteed. You could influence something, but it's not guaranteed it will happen. Because I always think, like if there's a forest fire, like in California, all that, let's make it rain over those areas so it can douse that. You can't necessarily make it rain, but you can do things for the elements that will allow it to happen.
Yeah, we're in an era of mathematics. I mean, mathematicians are going to rule the world. Right? So we can...
I'm screwed because I'm a finger counter. Math is my worst subject. But go ahead.
Stay close to me and we will dominate.
All right, good.
But anyway... So people, villains aren't necessarily doing the thing. They're just messing with the mathematics to make things that they want to happen more likely to happen. When where it's not an absolute, they can make things happen that otherwise would have fizzled out.
Okay. Probabilities.
Okay,
I like it. All right.
All right, a second.
So you get people fired up on that shit. People
They hate
nuts.
it, and it makes me want to talk about it even more.
Okay.
So last night, Tesla launched they announced a bunch of new products, and one of those products was the Optimus. Have you heard about Optimus?
Optimist?
Optimus.
Like a optimistic person?
No, Optimus. Like
Optimus
M-U-S.
Prime?
Optimus Prime.
Like that?
Yes.
Okay, I never heard of it.
It's an android.
Wait.
It is a robot.
Shut up. Okay.
It is a robot. And let me pause here.
Okay. Optimus.
Optimus. And
boy.
let me give you a little dose of what we all saw last night.
You had to be loving it.
Oh,
shit.
have no idea.
Oh, boy.
And my wife came in and she said, I've seen this movie before. So these are the Optimus robots. And they had about 20 of them. And they allowed them to go into the crowd and engage people. People were talking to them. They were dancing and whatnot.
What?
Yes. Yeah. And let's see if we can get a little
Wait a second. Are they controlled by a dude behind the black curtain?
So here they are coming out into the scene.
They can talk?
They can speak, even speaks in sign language. They were signing to people.
Wait a second. Holy shit. It's we're definitely getting taken over. This is the signs of like. That is unbelievable. That's like what you see. That's futuristic. That's a dude sitting there pouring you a drink.
Getting your groceries, mowing your lawn.
How does that work then? The pre-program, or do you have a little controller thing?
It's probably an app, just like your car. Most of it's autonomous, so that it's being helpful. It's waiting for instructions for you. And one of the key points during his presentation was that they have to control superintelligence first and figure out how to not let it take over the earth and dominate and hurt people and whatever. Because if you got, let's just say we sent the 20 robots out into the city streets of New York, what do you think? People would start messing with it, right? They punch it. They throw it,
right.
So do you teach it to defend itself so it wards off the attacks, or do you allow it to get pummeled by people, right? And the minute you teach it to defend itself, now you've got an enemy that can hurt and whatnot.
So it continually teaches itself like a
Roomba,
it learns like a Roomba.
Absolutely,
goes through
a little better than a Roomba, but yeah,
same concept.
Yeah, it learns from you and takes instructions from you, charges itself. Like, I'm looking forward to this.
I was just gonna say again, you would have one.
100%.
I would be nervous. Like I live by myself, but I have my kids come to our home. But my son Ben is on his own now. He bought his own place, so my daughters, still go back and forth between me and their mom. So I'm home a lot by myself, which is fine. I think it'd be weird if I came home and the robot dude was sitting on the couch saying, "Hi, Brian."
Yeah,
like,
and you're
oh my God.
The house is cleaned. It's never been in better position. Your laundry's freaking done. The grass is mowed. All it cost you was $30,000.
That's not bad.
And you have someone to discuss things with you. They won't argue with you. They'll just.
Are you sure they won't argue? They can just do what they want. They're not gonna yell at me if I go play golf. No.
Yeah, right. Now the other industry that's going to come up, those who are intimately. Right.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Can you make them better looking than that?
Better looking than that. Have different parts than that.
Oh shit.
And now you can have an intimate friend.
Oh my God, that's gonna happen.
For sure.
Well, they have them now. You have to go. You have to self-inflate them now. I think
you do. So this is the version that might have some silicone.
That is unbelievable. I thought, no joke, the price tag would be $500,000. So he's making it affordable.
Yeah.
$20,000, $30,000.
You and I can have our own android that can do that stuff for us.
Let me ask you this. Would you name it like a pet, or do you think it comes with a name? Because that's a big thing. It has a personality.
And I can never say this word. anthropomorphize.
Okay, anthropomorphize.
Yeah, that's where we take objects and we give them human.
Oh, okay, yeah, right, okay.
Or we kind of make them into humans. So yes, we will name them. We'll include them in our families.
So we'll name them.
Absolutely.
Joe, Bob.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. They won't come prepackaged with the name. This is very interesting. Can they cognitize? Can they feel emotion? Can they cry? I mean, they can't cry obviously, but can they? Or does that have to all be taught? It could all be taught. Like if I come home and I'm sad, well, say, Brian. But can it? Like that's like the human being can sense it. I can look at you and go.
The thing is that in order for them to get accepted by humans, they have to give them qualities that allow you to connect to them, right? Mm-hmm. So that if it's something that was emotionless, that couldn't give you a compliment or couldn't, when you're crying, come over and pat you on the back and tell you that you're pretty. I mean, we won't accept them as useful. So I guarantee that even if it would be simulated empathy, right? But it would still be empathy.
Empathy. Would I have to tell it, though, I need that, or will it know that I need that?
Once it gets to know you,
yeah.
Like just like your car knows when you go to work and put GPS on your work address, right? It watches repetitions and it watches how people behave. Like if I'm on a street and I swerve away from a pothole,
mm-hmm.
right? If the car didn't know that I swerve away from potholes, it does so after it's watched me swerve away from potholes 20 times. So that learning thing, there's going to be some stuff that they can teach that's universal and some stuff that applies just to you. So that if it's just like a parrot. Like if you swear a bunch around a parrot,
right.
The parrot swears, and you can make a true asshole your Android into an asshole.
Jeez, oh Pete, that's unbelievable. I'm blown away. I mean, I knew that you knew it was coming, but
and the second thing is the
stairs. Can they do stairs?
They can do stairs.
They can. Okay.
It was during this event that they had. It was doing all of the jobs. So the bartenders were all Android. They were mixing drinks and whatever, and they were fraternizing with the people in the audience as well. It was really cool.
Can you hear their voice?
I didn't hear any of the voices.
Okay.
I don't know if it's audible yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like a
like a computer
hello,
sounding.
Joe. Yeah.
Right.
Or is it hello, Joe? Which it should be like that because the GPS on the thing. I had a small affair with my GPS lady one time.
It's going to be a great Alexa's voice.
She had a great Australian accent. I was like, God, you're hot.
Optimus, what's the weather like today? Joe, it's going to be beautiful.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be that. They could do that.
100%.
Okay.
That's already done.
Wow.
The second product they released was a robo-taxi. And it's a car, no pedals, has a screen in it, no steering wheel. You get in, hit where you want to go, just takes you there.
Wow.
Right. And I mean, this makes sense. Like when you look at how less we really don't use our cars most of the time. The average travel time per day is 20 miles, right?
Okay.
Out of a 24-hour day, we're only using our car for
here and there,
maybe
20,
an hour,
2 miles
right?
here.
It sits in a parking lot, sits in our garage most of the time. So for mass transport, if you just put a bunch of robo-taxis and you just got on your phone and say you want to go somewhere, you really don't necessarily have to own a car. If there's enough robo-taxis available that anywhere you want to go, you go. And the your car, when you're not using it, can wander away from you and give other people rides and then return back to you. So it could almost be an employee.
Oh my
people are paying for rides. Yeah.
Jeez. Joe, you're loving this. Joe's going nuts.
Super Bowl. This is Joe's Super Bowl.
Oh, I love it.
But I don't like other people touching my stuff anyway. So it's like other people being in my car and their grossness
right.
and
It's
their
like
germs
an Airbnb.
and
I don't
whatever.
think I'd ever do
I probably wouldn't let mine wander off and do anything
you
like
wouldn't.
this.
I'm just waiting for the day where I walk in and do our show, and there's an Android Optimus sitting right here, and it takes over my job.
Yeah,
it takes over
Brian,
my
you've
job.
been replaced by Optimus.
The Joe and Optimus show. Oh my God! Speaking of friendship and friends, so I got to see an old buddy of mine. Oh, it was really warming to my soul. So I've been a professional speaker, for 27 years now. So I'm going to be 52. I started when I was 25. I met this guy probably when I was 26. So 25 years ago, right? 26, 36, 46.
There's the finger counting.
Yeah, so 26 years ago. Larry Dybus. Shout out to Larry. Lives in Chicago. Love him. His wife, Linda. So when I first got into the business, there was a company called Skill Path Seminars. There was another one called Fred Pryor, where people would show up at a Holiday Inn in Boardman for a public speaking or a communication seminar, and everyone would be from different industries and companies, but you'd go for this one-day seminar. So they had time management seminars, they had communication seminars, team building, leadership seminars. So when I first got into this industry, my professor, Dr. Andy Rancer, the one who said leave academia, remember I told you that story, and I go, I can't just go out there and say, hey, I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, hire me. So he kind of said, well, there's this company called SkillPath. Anyway, to make a long story short, I sent them a video. They flew me to Kansas. They did an interview with me. We had to do a training seminar. They hired me. So for 2 years at the beginning of my career, I worked for this company as an independent contractor. Anyway, that's where I met Larry. So we had to do a conference together where it was 3 trainers and the topic was team building. So it was a full day event, but all 3 of us had our own room, did our thing. Anyway, super guy. Met him 25 years ago. He was my age right now when I met him. So he's in his mid-70s right now. Just a wealth of knowledge. It warmed my soul. I had to do a gig in Chicago. This was 2 weeks ago, and I contacted him because we still talk, and him and his wife Linda met me out. And it was just really neat. So it made me think about friendships and how much time can go in between not seeing someone. We picked up right where we left off. It was just, he's out of the game now.
Guys
He's
do
retired.
that. Guys,
I know.
They really do.
It's unbelievable. It was like 25 years. And we were back on the road together. I mean, didn't miss a beat. And I had seen him over the years between there. So it's probably been about 6 years since I've seen him. Every couple of years. But this was the longest gap. But why do you think guys can do that? I don't want to say quicker or better than women. I don't know. Why? Is it because we don't need as much information? We're like, hey, what's up? Okay.
So we compartmentalize everything. And so like when I go in front of you, the Brian box comes out of everything that we have in common.
Okay.
And it's easy to have a memory of like why I'm connected to you. So I take out the box and there's all the stuff that we talk about and then we throw it out and it meshes just like it did the first time around. There's no emotional connection. I don't worry about like what's in the box and why it's there and what its importance is. I just take it out and say, oh, we liked football before.
Okay.
Hey, how's the football game? And then boom, like we reconnect again over it.
So there's less emotion.
We're simple.
We're like the Optimus Android robots.
We are. Yes.
We have to learn to be.
Yeah, we're simple creatures and therefore appealing to each other. Very simple way.
So do you have any, and you don't have to name people or not name people because I don't want people to be slighted. Do you have any long-term friends? So, everyone knows my best friend since we were 5 years old. That's a long run. That's 46 years. Went to kindergarten together. Our brothers went to kindergarten together, so I met him, Bob Murphy. So 46-year relationship. But I have other guys who I'm very close with. You know what I mean? Like, but you have best friends here and best friends there. You can't have. Like back in the day, everyone had you had one best friend. Now there's a lot of best friends. But do you have that one person who is?
Joe's an introvert.
Okay.
Right. So I have acquaintances, people that I keep at a little bit of a distance.
Okay.
There's very few people who come within the circle of what did they call it in
Circle of Trust?
Circle of Trust. I have very few people.
De Niro?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like I'm almost in that circle. I'm almost there.
You're getting there, man. Your toe.
I feel like I'm on the outer.
Your pinky toe is there.
Okay. All right. I feel like you let me in a little bit. I think the day you let me go camping with your family is the day I'm in. Like if you let me take a road trip with you guys.
If I hold out the hand sanitizer and you know what to do with it, then you're invited to camping. There. Oh, love. There's my love language.
I will say
there.
Joe does like me because he's not a touchy-feely guy, but every once in a while he'll give me we'll
a bro hug.
Right.
We'll get a bro hug.
He does the bro hug, quick little.
That's a lot for me. You got to understand. That's me coming out of my shell.
I know. I could see the sweat beads coming down your throat when I come towards you. You're like, oh, shit,
Circle. There's somebody in it.
Yeah. One day I came and he was standing there. There was salt in a circle. It's like, let me in. Speaking of salt and circles, scary time. So Halloween's my favorite time of the year. Absolutely. My house is decked out. My bathrooms. I have Halloween shower curtains. It's done. Nice. But it's nice. It's not like bunch of shit thrown everywhere. It's nice. Like I have a Halloween village. You know how people have Christmas villages? I have a Halloween village. Like 8 different pieces, some spin, and it's just fun. I've always loved Halloween. My father loved it, and I got that love from him. Scary movies, do you like them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love. I don't get afraid at them.
Okay.
But absurd things I'm always attracted to. And so the absurdity in horror movies is just like off the charts.
And they are absurd. The Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, those ones. And then there's some good, like those are good scary, but they're like the Halloween, but then there's like the creative scary, the psychological ones, which you know what I mean? Like the Sixth Sense, things like that.
Yes.
It's like, holy
good
shit.
plot line.
Not just murder and mayhem.
Right.
Those are fun every once in a while, but they get like,
So, and that's one thing. Like, I think, humans get damaged a little bit when we watch too much gore, when we watch life ending, when we watch things. In a scary movie, you can kind of put it on the shelf and know what you're watching isn't true. But when you're on social media and you watch somebody's life end, like the access that even kids have on I was just scrolling the other day, and a quick video came up about a soldier put his gun down, pulled the trigger, blew his head off, and the whole thing was in that video. And like it happened so fast when I'm scrolling through.
Yeah,
I saw it and I was like, I was a little outraged that it's so easy to access that kind of stuff. Even like fist fights and stabbings and all of that kind of stuff
you don't want to see.
So the real world is becoming more scary than anything they concoct in a horror movie.
That makes sense.
You get exposure to that at all, or you kind of keep your...
No, I tell you what, I haven't seen that, which is good. And I scroll social media, not a ton. I told you what I do hate before. Open wound pictures. Like someone cuts their foot, and then they show you the picture of the foot with the... We don't want to see it. Stop showing the world. You could say, I cut my foot today, fine. But I don't want to look then and see the pus coming out of the cut from your foot. I can't stand it.
No?
Nope.
Use
a different platform. Don't use social media. I don't know if they're looking for pity or they're looking for this or they're looking for help me out. You could say I cut my foot. Don't show me. Do not show me. Don't show me the scar. Whatever. I don't like that. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. That is a pet peeve of mine.
Is that your empathy? Like you're putting yourself into the pain that they must be feeling?
I feel bad that they have it. No, because I am a very empathetic person and I care for people. It's just, something triggers in me. I don't know why it's like dogs in buildings that aren't pet smart. I don't like it. And see, if I go through Home Depot.
It's more of a peeve then.
It's a peeve.
Okay.
It's a peeve.
What about people take pictures that are what they're about to eat?
I don't mind that.
Plate of sausage?
Don't mind it. I know it's weird, but fine. But the open wounds and the pets.
How about the first day of school signs?
Oh, dear. Oh, my God. I wrote that down.
Did you really?
Yeah. I swear to God, it's in my podcast notes because sometimes I'll write stuff down. If I see another 10-day challenge of a senior picture, I'm going to flip out. Don't anyone send me one of those requests because I'm not going to do it.
What about at a rock concert where they take video of the concert or fireworks display? Do you watch those?
No, because it's like a headache. It's like... It's blurry. It's never good. It's horrible. You can't hear. It sounds... These are all good. But the 10-day challenge, I swear I just wrote that down. What do you feel about that?
I hate them.
Right. It's
and
too
everybody
much.
does them.
It's too much. Yeah, don't buy into the hype, folks. We know your kids graduate. We love it. My daughter, Natalie, will be a senior next year. I will not post anything except her graduation picture, me holding her. That's it one time. And now if you do the 10-day challenge, I'm still going to love you. But don't ask me to do it.
So give me ones you do like. Like, give me some things that people do that you're like,
I
really
like
freaking
places.
glad you did
I like places.
Okay.
I like when someone says, I went to this, and I'll screenshot it. Went to the so-and-so caverns in Kentucky, and we did a canoe trip through the cave. Screenshot, that's great. Okay, that's Kentucky. I can drive there 6 hours. So I don't mind when people post places they've been or somewhere new.
No, I want you to say you love it. Like you hate those other things.
Oh.
Now it
What
feels
do I
like you're
love?
tolerating the places.
Oh,
I want to see like you're
Posts
so
that I
glad somebody did that.
Nothing pops. Nothing like jumps out. I have to really think about it. I think I just tolerate everything and hate certain things.
What about quotes? Like when people do motivational, inspirational quotes?
Okay, that's a good point. I know you don't like the cliches. I like the quotes if it's a 1 or 2 liner. Short, sweet, to the point. You know, like my quote, be better. That's it. Simple. Sums up everything. If it's a long, drawn-out motivational quote, I do not like it. So I try to keep all my quotes, and I have about probably 10 quotes that I haven't trademarked, but I've quoted. And
So
I know
if I had a quote that was really long and I summarized it and told you what the quote means at the top and just put like too long didn't read and then said this is what
I'll
this
take
means,
that.
you'll take the top line.
Yep, I
Okay.
won't read the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah, overdoing. Let me see what else. Okay, so pictures. I don't mind pictures of the family. I don't like the challenges. First day of school, all that stuff.
What about, I got a new car. Here's my new car. Do anything
We
for
call
it?
them whips now.
Whip.
The
I'm
kids
sorry.
call them
What was
whips.
it? Somebody gets a new whip and they photograph their whip.
Doesn't bother me.
No?
Don't love it. Don't hate it. Tolerable.
Okay. Campfire pictures. I'm out in the wilderness.
Like it.
Okay.
Keep going. This is good.
All right. All right.
I truly think there's only things I hate and things I tolerate. I don't know if there's anything I truly. Okay, baby pictures, like young babies. I have 3 kids. I don't think I liked my kids till they were like 9 months old. I'm not a baby guy. Like
Okay,
that.
so
So
those
little baby pictures do nothing. I wouldn't even hold a baby until they're like 9 months old.
Okay. What about wasted pictures? I was so high. I was so
Oh, hate them.
drunk.
Don't like them.
No?
Don't need to see that.
Okay.
That's like your foot wound. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to see your gangrene. What else? Okay, animals.
Okay.
Sometimes there's too much. I mean, I know everyone loves their animals, but
Look, he's sitting there.
right. But then if you see 10 of your friends doing that, that's what a big like to them. It's like they're the only person putting it. They think it's so it's not bad. That's what I'm saying. It's not bad because this person did it, but then so did they. So did they. So that's what becomes bad. So it's not the individual thing that's happened. It's me seeing it 20 times, right? I think I don't know.
You've seen one, and it's like, okay, that one.
Yeah. So I don't like what. Okay, let me ask you. Food.
Sure.
All right, food. Do you mind the food ones? Because you're like,
If
oh
it's
shit, I can't eat
exceptional.
it, won't
Like,
eat
remember,
it, don't eat
you're
it.
lending your time to someone to look at the picture.
So it's
If
gotta be
you're- if it's like, here's my meatloaf again, like, okay.
We're talking 3-star Michelin place.
Yeah, you
You'll
do
look
something
at it.
exceptional, like something odd or something
Okay.
that's...
I posted food one time. You know why?
Why?
I made Fruit Loop chicken. So
Fruit Loop chicken.
Right.
Exceptional.
Right. So I made
Totally exceptional.
I made cornflake chicken. Well, I took Frosted Flakes, crushed them up, put my chicken
That
in
is
and
so
stuff,
weird.
put it on their coating, and then I was like, I had Fruit Loops. This is when my kids were young. This is like 6 years ago. And then I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna crush up some Fruit Loops, put my chicken breast in, the egg batter and dip them in fruit and put them in the oven. It was horrible. The Frosted
So
Flake
wacky.
chicken was good. It was just like a little
Where'd you
sugar
get,
coating.
where did you
I
even
don't
get that
know.
idea?
I don't know.
You just decided.
Yeah, I thought, how can I coat this without not using panko? I thought, and then I saw Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops. I did post that, but that's, I don't post a ton. I don't post a lot with my kids because my daughters, they get mad. Like, they have to pre-approve the picture before I can.
Has to go through an editor.
I don't let them. I just go, I'm your father. I'm sending this picture out. You look fine. I think the last time I posted the picture was August. So it's been a couple months.
Okay.
And it was just me and the girls at a Zach Bryan concert in Philadelphia. It was just a quick shot of us on the street getting ready to go to the concert.
Do you take a lot, even if you don't post them, do you take a lot of pictures?
Yeah, I
You
take
do.
more. Yeah, in fact, I'm constantly going through and deleting stuff because I'm like, why did I take this picture? Why did I take this picture? I screenshot a lot of stuff too. Do you screenshot?
Oh, yeah, lots.
I screenshot your shit all the time. I got a couple on here right now. I love this. We're gonna come back we'll come back another episode to the Facebook stuff, but the 10-day class senior challenge, I do have that here. And then one of your posts was Panera Bread expensive. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
I love Panera tomato soup.
Okay.
So I love their tomato soup. Their croutons, I put them in there, let them get a little soggy, and I love their baguette bread. So tomato soup, I love it, but it's freaking expensive.
Very expensive.
Do you like the food, first of all? First question to you, do you like the food?
I liked it better before. It's just okay now. It's
Okay.
It's an okay option.
Price outside, just talking just the food.
Just food quality.
It's just okay.
It's
What do you
just okay.
think happened? They got too big and too... Like, why is it not as good now?
Well, I think the restaurant industry is hard as it is, and the
Okay.
margins are super low. And then so someone's like, if we're going to do this, like we're a little bit different than everybody else, let's charge a premium. Then we
Right.
can have less servers because we're not dealing volume. We're doing with a premium deal. It
Okay.
makes sense from a business standpoint.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. It's for people who want to go to a place and have only 2 people in line and have the place open to themselves, and you're paying for less people. is what it
Okay.
comes down to. So it would be perfect for a guy.
You'd
like
love
me,
that. Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
But the thing is, the food quality went down. And now if they kept food quality up, where the taste was
You'd be
everything,
okay
or whatever,
paying it?
I'd be okay,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm willing to pay for. You know,
I'm the same way.
aloneness.
I'm the same. I could see you sending your wife and son on vacation all the time. Here, kids, go.
Well, we
Where
went.
we go? No, just you guys go.
We went down to Kennywood amusement park, right?
Where?
Kennywood Park.
Oh, yeah, I love
amusement park.
Kennywood, yeah.
And the whole time I'm thinking, what would it cost to like kick everybody out and just have this me, so I can just do my things without running into gross people all day?
You could do it.
I could.
Just have the cash.
That's it.
If you had Tesla's money, you could rent the whole place.
So
yourself.
that's my motivator in life,
All
is
right.
to be so wealthy that I could kick everybody out and be alone.
You go dinner reservation for one.
Can I get one for 150?
Right, I was just gonna say we see the Joe walks in. No one's. Oh, that'd be so good. I like restaurant. We'll talk restaurants next time. But I was just curious, the Panera thing. It is expensive, but it's good. But maybe it's not as good as it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to eat lunch there all the time.
Yeah.
And it was my go-to place.
to have an Asian chicken
for
salad, which
$10,
I love.
you could
That's-
have a half a sandwich and
Yeah.
a black or an iced coffee, whatever, and it was good. Now that same thing's like $25.
It's ridiculous.
totally ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. Drop your prices, Panera.